Greetings. As a Pokemon fan, I've always been a fan of Fakemon. Although I haven't made one since I was like 13, and those were bad. So for this video, I decided to make a new one. The idea came to me when I recently learned of the Secretary bird. Just look at this thing. It looks like a Pokemon. This bird of prey uses its long legs to hunt and kill snakes. Kinda OP. Not to mention they can also fly. Immediately, I got Blaziken and Quaquaval vibes from it. But, not to make it just a secretary bird, I decided to also pull inspiration from the reed dance of South African Zulu native peoples, and throw in a few elements of an actual secretary while I'm at it. Remember how I mentioned that it reminded me of Blaziken and Quaquaval? Well, with kicks like those, I felt like the fighting type was a fitting choice. I also chose to add flying to it, since it's a bird that can fly. But I wanted to build off of that fighting concept, so I researched South African traditions to see what I could find, and lo and behold, the reed dance. The reed dance, or I'm gonna butcher this and I'm sorry, the Umhlanga, is an annual event held near Nongoma? Again, sorry for the butchering of the name. In this ceremony, young women dress in traditional Zulu beadwork and skirts and perform using a long reed for the monarch. I would show photos of this performance, however, in tradition, the women are bare-breasted, and I'm not sure what YouTube guidelines would do about it, so I'm just gonna play it safe for this one and show photos above the chest. Or rather, Sparkles will, since he's editing this. Hi, Sparkles!
Greetings, Ashby.
The reed dance traditionally serves as a test to show which women are still virgins and which are not. And in the tradition, if the girl's reed should break before presenting it to the monarch, then it is a sign that she is not a virgin. Lastly, I wanted to throw in some elements from stereotypical media secretaries, since I think that's a fun play on the name, and Pokemon loves referencing media in Pokemon designs. Think like Secretalon being a reference to Pennywise. Think of your classic secretaries in media, like Pam from The Office, or that one elf lady from Prep and Landing. I love those films. Now for the grand reveal, the finished design and product in Pokemon, yeah! Drum roll, please! Meet Secretalon, pronounced Se-cre-talon, as I just pronounced it. I guess you don't need the pronunciation explained. Anyways, Secretalon's name comes from a few places, most notably Secretary Bird and Secretary. Also, Reed is in there. That's why there's the E instead of just the I. And of course, Talon, because it uses its powerful talons to kill stuff. Now, design-wise, obviously, it's a secretary bird. That's no surprise here. And it's holding the reed as a reference to, obviously, the reed dance. Some more notable traits would be the pattern around its neck, recreating Zulu beadwork, which is worn in these ceremonies. Additionally, the feathers around its head match the color of the South African flag. It's also got a sort of tie shape on the pattern on its neck, as well as the reed sort of looking like a pencil at the tip, and also it's got these long like black leggings like jeans, all to reference secretary outfits. Yeah. Oh, it's also got the skirt worn in traditional dances. Let's get some information on this Pokemon, shall we? Secretalon is a dual-typed fighting flying type Pokemon, with a classification of the Dancer Pokemon. Its hidden ability and its regular signature ability are both references to the Secretary Bird's enjoyment of taking snakes off the census. Its hidden ability is Poison Heal, like Zangoose, a Pokemon that also loves making snakes into hashtags. As for this Pokemon's signature ability, Reed Dancer grants this Pokemon immunity to Poison-type attacks, as well as moves like Bind, Coil, Wrap. Basically, any moves that Glimmera's signature move, Mortal Spin, would get rid of. Now, this Pokemon has 2 signature moves, but before I get into those, I want to talk about its general stats, moveset, and other things. This Pokemon is 100% female, as the Reed Dance is only done by women, plus the media's classic female secretary. It's exclusively in the bird egg group, and its stats look like this. Now to explain the signature moves. The simpler of the two is called Breakaway. Its description is, the user swiftly challenges its opponent by raising their reed. The opponent's reed breaks, causing them to retreat. Basically, this move works like a +2 priority status move that forces the opponent off the field. It also has an added effect where it prevents its opponent from using any reed-based moves. Those moves being specifically Leaf Blade, because it fits, alongside Breakaway, to prevent its opponent from breaking its, and the new move that I'll be explaining in a moment, a Pointing Kick. Now, a Pointing Kick is a 30 power physical fighting type attack. Now you might think, oh, that sounds awful, but it has an added bonus effect. For each previously used stat move in the battle, status move, not just status effect increase, we're talking like everything that isn't an attack move. For each of those, all of this Pokemon's moves get an increase in 10 base power. So, for example, if, let's say, Secretalon uses, I don't know, Protect twice, and its opponent uses Iron Defense, and then it uses a Pointing Kick, then all of its moves will gain 30 base power. Now, I will specify that each status move will only count once, meaning if you use Iron Defense, then a Pointing Kick, and all your moves gain a buff. If you then were to use a Pointing Kick again, it would not buff from the Iron Defense again, meaning it would not count the status move more than once if the move is used more than once. Each status move that is previously used will only be counted for one of the 10 base power buffs. Even so, this move is still utterly broken, and I love it that way. A couple other moves Secretalon could learn are some of the kicking moves, like Low Kick, Axe Kick, maybe Trop Kick, that is Serena's signature move. There's also some of the dance moves, like Feather Dance for sure, and Roost, because it's a bird. I feel like it should learn Leaf Blade, because that's just fitting. Also, I give it Revival Blessing, because the Reed Dance relates to not yet, or having, screw it, I just gave it Revival Blessing because I wanted to. Fight me. So, Secretalon, let me know what you all think of this Pokemon, and what you think of this video format. Have some ideas for more possible future Fakemon, and maybe even a evolution for Secretalon. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But, as for now, I must depart. See ya!